Michael Jackson plus full TP. Yes, sir. Okay, so today is July 6th, Monday at 7:58 p.m. and I'm trading the Asia session. Well, I just finished trading the Asia session, and just hop right in it. Talk about the trade that I took. Okay, so coming into the charts, I kind of was already bearish for this session, especially because if we come look up here during the New York session, I charted it out a little bit, and I did take a little trade here that I didn't record it. It was like a little profit, like $300, and then so I had this key level marked out already during New York, right? And I see we get to this level and we displace out of this area, and then we come back up just to go even further, and we got this change in state of directory here. So I know we're going into a bearish trend now, and I like this accumulation. I mean, the market's closing at this point, so it's just accumulating. Then when we get into Asia Open, we are still accumulating for a bit, and then we're also in this resistance area. And then as we see, if we look at this line here, it's a SMT or smart money technique. Smart money technique divergence, SMT divergence, blah, blah. Basically, there is a mismatch between MES and MNQ, and those are pairs, so they're supposed to be similar. So whenever there is one off from the other, that can indicate either a bearish move is about to happen or a bullish move is about to happen. And in this case, for me, it told me there's a bearish move coming. So I wanted to see it bounce out of this resistance area again, where it was previously already rejecting, and we see we have this rejection wick 2 out of this order block, respecting bearish order flow. And then so I get into my trade right around here after this little pullback and this thing, and then my protected high was this high that made the SMT. So I really like my spot there. As you see, I do come up a little bit, almost get stopped out. But then reaching back up into this resistance area, we get the next 3 candles we get are very good, and I like it, decent size, especially for Asia. And then we displaced even further. And so at this point, after these lows got broken, I was really comfortable in this trade. So after this, I did move to break even. And then there was a 15-minute fair value gap in this area that I knew it could potentially reject out of and possibly reverse. So I did just keep trailing my stop loss to every swing high that was made as the trade was going in my favor. And that was just the trade idea. Like, my strategy is very simple. I just mark out my support and resistance areas, and then I also look at the overall trend, see what we could potentially be doing for the market open. And then I just look for good, clean displacement candles coming out of where I want the trend to reverse or continue. In this case, continuing, because I saw it come out of this zone, reverse the uptrend that it was on, and then I was just looking for Asia continuations, basically. Which it did continue down, and in another world, I could potentially hold down to this session low, but I was really comfortable at getting out right here at this intermediate low. And just taking my profit. I didn't need any more today. See, I made $1,990.62 on this 50K zero account. I also have about 40% consistency rule, so don't want to make it extremely hard, but I would like to scale up this account and profit as I'm also like increasing my risk over time. And I'm going to do that slowly just so I don't break my psychology or anything. And I mean, that was the trade, basically. Just wanted to see Asia continuations after New York PM finally reversed out of this zone. And wanted to just see a clean follow through coming down to this intermediate low and taking out all that liquidity. And just it respecting bearish order flow is what made me comfortable coming all the way down here. Because after, like I said, after this break, we got break even. After we got down here below this area of support, and we did finally get that candle closed. There was a 5-minute gap and a BPR gap and like a 15-minute fair value gap that it respected and continued the downtrend. And I just kept trailing my stop loss, and full TP ended up hitting. So that was the trade right there. And I guess for the next videos upcoming, I want to do more talks with y'all. Not like always showing the winners. Of course, I will show my losses, and like as I trade, I'm gonna still be getting comfortable because like I said, I'm still a beginner myself. That I feel. So there are some psychology breaks. There are some rule breaks that happen a lot. I do tilt, revenge trade, and that's stuff that I'm just working on, and I just want to warn y'all about it. I mean, one thing that I did get better is, one, I made a checklist. So I follow a checklist coming into every session, right? And I'll show y'all the checklist right now. This is the checklist that I have. As y'all see, I want to identify an overall trend, find my support resistance zones, wait for price to go into them, tap into a higher time frame PD array, so those are fair value gaps, order blocks, breaker blocks, BPR gaps, anything like that. Taking liquidity, major liquidity is a bonus, and then displacing out of those gaps or PD arrays and SMT is optional as well. Major liquidity is also optional. So that's my checklist. And then also after every trade, I do put it in this data sheet right here. This was the A+ setup that I took for here, and I will mark it out with y'all. So I made 111 points on here. I have it as 112, so 112 points. That was about a 5R trade, which is like 1 unit of risk. And so yeah, I think in the next upcoming videos, I might start a series on just some major talking points that I do want to have. Just less about the technicality of trading and more about the psychology of trading and what causes those rule breaks, how different points of your life could make you better or worse at trading. So I just want to get onto those talking points and, test if you just really want it. Like, you'll have those tests when you're trading, if and when you start your journey, that you'll want to quit. So I want to just put awareness on those, especially because I know the people watching these videos as of right now are new or they want to get into trading. So I just want to hit on those psychology points, grow with me as a trader, and then let's talk about these mistakes openly, just so I can see what mistakes I'm making, I can better myself, and then I can help y'all avoid those mistakes yourself. And then also know the harsh truths, the dark truths about trading, and it's not just all about the money. And it's deep within yourself to want it. You have to want it in this game. You can't come here thinking about it, just make all this money, but that's for later talks. We're gonna get into all of that in these next videos I make. I'm gonna talk about psychology, risk management, prop firm accounts, how to get into trading, what I would do if I did start over in 2026, how I would get into trading the proper way, just so y'all can avoid all the mistakes that I've made. And yeah, well, I guess we'll just end there. I meant to talk in full screen while I was doing that, but it's okay. So, one thing I almost forgot to mention, I did request that payout of $1,500 from Alpha Futures last week after that trading week, and I hit those 5 green days. I did just get approved today, and I just wanted to show you that certificate here. And now that we got that payout, we've rebuilt what we basically lost on the account. We got it all back now with today's trade. And that just goes to show you, just find these quality setups and you'll be all right. No matter how much money you lose or when you lose it, just find that quality setup. You'll make it back. Don't let one bad trade or a couple of bad revenge trades blow an account. Because even if you revenge trade, as long as you manage your risk properly and collect yourself over that period of time, you will, 1, not blow your account. 2, lose less than what you probably regularly lose in revenge trading. My old revenge trading will lead to blown accounts. The last time I revenge traded, I only was down $500 on a day. So coming into today's session, I was able to make everything back that I maybe lost and the money that I did lose out of my account from the payout. But this is my first payout with Alpha Futures. I do have plenty more payouts that was from Tradify in the past, but I am liking the rules of Alpha Futures, and I will actually be buying some Tradify Select accounts to use, and I'm going to stack those and use TradeSync as well for that. And TradeSync is just a copier so that you can put all your trades across multiple platform accounts, but we'll get into all of that in the future. Yeah. Peace.